Okay, so I just made my video on the Leo new moon and solar eclipse yesterday. I had my first ancestral dream. It's been a while since I had one of those. I figured this will be my first dream analysis video because of how everything's been kind of happening. If you're new here, my name's Bia Dow. My work centers around intuitive reflections, where I use astrology, celestial events, symbolism, and divination tools to help people reflect. So here's why the dream was so weird. I recently just went home on Lionsgate, which is when I released my latest EP, Ancestral collection. You can check it out on all music platforms. Basically that day, my mom had given me 2 of the photos of my grandparents who had passed away in January, which was the first time that I was able to get that from her and actually add to my ancestor altar. I did that yesterday. I lit the incense, left offerings for them, and then I went to sleep. This was the first time that my grandma had visited me in my dreams. My great aunts always visited me, but it's been a while. Long story short, in my dream self had plans to go to some wedding or party, but the whole event got thrown to the side when my great aunt showed up and was like, I want to go get some food, let's go to the restaurant. And I was like, okay, let's go get food. So we get into the car and I was in the back, but then all of a sudden she was also in the back with me in the middle of the seat, and next to her was my grandma who had passed in January, my bengwai. I was so surprised to see her. For some reason in the dream I said to both of them, oh, do you remember each other? In which case they both said, yeah, we remember each other. We're gonna go eat at this place, and my great aunt was telling me in Vietnamese some of the foods that she wanted to go and eat at. And first, the beginning of the dream seemed just like a regular dream. So we get to this location, got out of the car, and it was just so bright and saturated. Say hello. You're just knocking everything down. Okay, I'm back. So we get to this place and I get out of the car. It's so bright outside, like the sun was shining, everything was so saturated. The weird part was I lost my shoes somehow. Weird because right of me there's like water just flowing above the parking lot, but only in that section. So there's water flowing over there, there's no water where I'm walking, and then all of a sudden I was surrounded by all these other people that I didn't know, but they felt very familiar. Was kind of like they were like family mates. Anyway, so we're all walking to this restaurant place, and then my alarm wakes me up and then I'm awake. I was like, that was just so weird because I literally just put my grandma's photo on my ancestor altar. I left her an offering. I've been leaving her offerings, but this is the first time I actually had a photo of her. The night of, she visited in my dreams. Leo new moon and eclipse video where the eclipse represents like a trajectory change or like a change in direction in your current journey. There's like, I guess, where I'm gonna bring it back together. Before I go into the symbolism, I have my journal here. For the whole year of the fire horse, I've been wanting to start journaling. I recently found out that my grandpa on my dad's side, my onoi, who had passed away when my dad was very young, apparently he was a fortune teller in Vietnam. The ghost tree practice has been around for maybe 5 years now, but I've been studying different divination tools for like over 10 years. So it was just fascinating. And I found out that he kept a journal. But anyways, the whole story is he had a journal that had his thoughts and everything in it. And I'm like, I've been wanting to start my journal. So this kind of like gave me the push to do it. This is the new beginning of the Leo new moon, and I'm talking about it, which is all about like the visibility theme of the Leo new moon. Let's go back and talk about the symbolism of the dream. Okay, so my interpretation of the dream. When my great aunt had started talking about the foods that she likes and said them to me in Vietnamese, to me that has themes of nourishment, Vietnamese culture, and ancestral connections. So the water flowing and being barefoot, to me, type of grounding nature to it, as well as transitional and maybe crossing a liminal space. And the sunlight could represent illumination, revelation, clarity, vitality. The being surrounded by familiar energy will probably represent ancestors to me, though I'm just gonna leave that kind of open as a question. The thing about dream analysis, it's not really about finding out that this means that and that represents this. It's more about seeing what the symbols are, how you connect to them, and then seeing how those symbols also recur in other dreams or in other aspects of your life. It's kind of like when I do tea leaf readings with my clients and I see an image that to me doesn't really have any meaning to me, and it's not really an image that's in my tea leaf reading section of my book. I ask them, does this symbol mean anything to you? And maybe this is a symbol that you need to reflect on, because this is about the client, or this is about whoever's actually doing the reflection and what it means to them and what they connect it to. I guess the ending reflection or thought about this whole thing is maybe psychologically I put those photos on my ancestor altar and it triggered some sort of grief in my subconsciousness. Or spiritually, maybe someone heard my invitation and came to dinner. The whole theme of yesterday, the Leo new moon and the eclipse today were still in the energy. The theme was visibility, willingness to be seen, and letting people see the parts of you that you're ready to be seen in. If you haven't seen the video, go check out that video. If you stuck around during that whole video, I just want to send you specifically a thank you. Because prior to this new turning point of my journey and my life, I had wanted to keep everything separated because I have so many creative projects. I worry that if people do not receive the Ghost Tree project well, it would taint or it would affect on how they would receive my music or my art. At this point, I've realized that maybe people who are receptive to the Ghost Tree is actually the people that I want to be surrounded by, because all of my creative projects are rooted in the mysticism. So that's kind of just a realization that I've been having lately. If you stuck around to the end, thank you so much. I hope that my reflective work has a lot of meaning for you and helps you during your own reflection as well. That's Binky. She's been jumping all over the place. I don't know, I can't think of anything right now that I want to say as far as I'm closing out. But I guess, once again, my name is Bia Dow. Follow me for more.